Hey everybody, Josh here, and welcome to the Go Therefore podcast. Today I took the podcast on the road, and I got a chance to sit and talk with Nacho Villalobos. He is a believer. He is a realtor. He's a coach. He's a parent. He mentors young men. He is just an all-around good guy, and I appreciated the opportunity I got to sit and talk with him, and I enjoyed getting to know him just a little bit better, and I hope that you enjoy it as well.
Thank you, Jesus, for this podcast. Please use it to reach somebody lost.
And Jesus came and said to them, All authority in heaven and on earth has been given to me. Go therefore and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit.
Yeah, it looks over there like a minus. So whenever I turn it up, it does that. But like I said, I'm still kind of learning the volume, and then I got these microphones here, which they do a lot better job. Like
they're nice
once you can figure it out.
They're expensive too.
How long have you been at this place, or how long have you been back at this place?
Probably about a year now. Back
Yeah.
here, not really decorated or nothing. And then this is just like a little closet. We just come that we can have our alone time, and have be able to focus on the real estate stuff. And this guy comes whenever too. I don't think he comes too often either.
What does he do? Is he also in real estate?
Yeah, he does real estate too. His name is Derek Loving. His mom is a loan officer at JP Stone.
Oh,
You guys bank there, right? Otero?
Yeah. No, we bank at JP Stone.
Oh yeah, do you know Lupe Loving?
I don't. We go. To
Oh,
the
well,
one
you got
in
the one in
Hagerman.
Hagerman, huh?
Yeah.
I forget about that one. Yeah, they closed down the one down south.
Yeah.
Sucks. But yeah, that's his mom, and I met him through, because I called the for sale sign, and he just became it was him behind the number, and he became a good friend, and it's been in contact. We've done business together already a couple times, and he's a cool dude. He's younger than me, too.
How long have you been doing that? How long have you been in real estate?
I bought my first house when I was 23, so about 9 years, 10 years almost.
Yeah. What was why did you get into that? Was your dad into it, or your uncle?
Yeah, my dad was into it. He would buy a couple houses and flip them, and then that's how I got into it. Pretty much, yeah.
You would go around with him.
I would, but he wouldn't teach me nothing. He would just come. You got to come with me, whatever. And here and there, he would tell me, little things, but not. I was real young, and
right.
I do remember going with him though. So that ever since I got old enough to realize, hey, I need to make money for a living.
Right.
Unfortunately, that's kind of what I wanted to do, was flip houses. But I didn't, and then so now I own rental property, but I didn't know I wanted to own rental property until after I decided to flip.
So without him teaching you it, how did you come to learn it? Did you read books?
Oh man, I would read so much. I would listen to so many podcasts whenever I would go to. I had different jobs where I was able to study a lot, like downtime. Like I was EMT at the Chavez County Detention Center, and there's a lot of downtime there because I only had to work for like 2 hours, maybe an hour, if that. Just loading the meds and then going to go take the meds, and so there's a lot of downtime. So I got to study a lot there. I got to study a lot. I would travel a lot for work, and on the road, I'd just be listening to podcasts, learning from other people.
I see.
Yeah, there's a podcast called BiggerPockets.com, and that was the one I listened to a lot.
And is that just real estate, or is that just everything?
Mainly real estate.
Yeah.
But everything that falls under real estate, like rentals, flipping, everything.
I remember one time we were talking about some speakers or something like that, and you had mentioned that you listen to motivational speakers as well.
Oh, yeah.
Is that something that helped you learn what you're doing, or helped you learn to talk, or is it just something that just kind of kept you motivated?
Maybe more disciplined than anything to kind of do what I'm doing now, But yeah, for sure, a lot of those videos. But a lot of it was, thinking more than anything is, until I finally decided to make a move and buy my first house.
Where was that?
Right down the street from where I grew up at, actually.
Oh,
yeah.
And you sold it, or you rented it?
I still own it today.
Yeah.
And I've only had 3 renters in 9 years because the renter that's there now has been there for like 6 years.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but I bought it seller finance deal, $5,000 down, made monthly payments, and paid it off fairly quickly. And I had to rent it out as soon as I bought it. Well, I fixed it up a little bit, and rented it out. Yeah. But an old man sold it to me. His name was Manuel Luna, and he was an old timer who had a bunch of houses too, and he gave me the opportunity to buy it. So I was really happy.
That's cool.
It's pretty cool.
How did you learn that part of it, the construction and fixing things?
Mainly my friend, my neighbor. He did a lot of construction, so he taught me a lot. But then later on I found out that that's not what I wanted to do, like construction. So now I hire everything out.
Yeah.
I just hire basically everything. The only thing I do now is like buy materials and make like the decisions whether to paint a wall or not,
Yeah.
So.
But you still know enough to know what materials to get.
That's a big part of it. Yeah.
So you grew up over here, Rawls?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Was church an important part of your?
It was. I grew up as a Catholic. My parents, it wasn't a huge thing in my household, but it definitely was an important thing to us.
Mm-hmm.
We would go to church every Sunday. St. John's, I believe. Yeah, St. John's. Went to catechism.
Mm-hmm. Did
my Holy Communion. Did all that stuff. And honestly, I didn't learn too much in catechism.
No.
No, I just remember learning like about how to read the Bible, and the rest of it was unfortunately like friends. But I got to be around people who, like the teachers, it was subconsciously in the back of my mind all the time. So I think it was still good for me overall, even though I didn't learn too much. But overall, long term, I think it was good.
How did the switch happen from being involved there to where you're involved at now, like a more non-denominational type? Just being around certain people. I think Kim was a big part of it. She always pushes me to go to church, and vice versa. I think now, but at first it was mainly her who was like pushing all of us to go to church. So it was mainly that was a big part of it, honestly. Like you and your boys are like your whole family.
Mainly me and my boys. I try to get my family, but that's not always the easiest thing to do. Sure. But like the other day, I asked him if he wants to go to church. Raise your hand, let's go. Tomorrow's church, and nobody raised their hand. I'm like, okay. But I always ask them no matter what, all the time. And
what do they do while you go? You guys are always together.
The boys?
Oh, no, the rest of your family.
Oh, my sister and everybody. Yeah. I don't know. That's a good question. There's nothing better to do, I think, than to go to church, honestly. Because once you get momentum, once you go once, like it's kind of hard not to go,
Yeah.
In my mind, I feel like I don't know how people do it without the word, And it's still important in my life today. But
that's something that always impresses me about your family. Like you and your boys are great, but I'm talking just kind of the extended family there. Like the way y'all are together a lot, and like if you're going to your friend's third cousin's party, like your family's going, and then your family's having that, like those people that we're just talking about is going, and so on. Were you guys always like that? Were you always
I think we were, and a lot of it has to do with our parents. They always told us not to fight with our siblings, and have respect for them. Obviously, we still fight, but I think a lot of families hold grudges. A lot of families hold just a lot of negative emotions toward them that they can't get over. And I think letting go is the most important part of anything, because you can hold on to that for the rest of your life, and it can kill you. It's bad. But our parents hate it when we fought. And I think we learned that way. So
you've always spent that kind of time together your entire adult life?
Pretty much. Yeah, we've always gotten along. We've always gotten along, and we have a big family, and we've had our disagreements, but they come and go. It's a quick disagreement.
Yeah, that's cool.
And that's it. We don't hold grudges. We don't hold. We don't treat each other differently because we're super mad at them. We're so mad at them that I'm gonna treat you a certain way. We just kind of let it go, and that's pretty much how we operate, honestly.
Yeah, I've always thought that was neat whenever we go to birthday parties and stuff over there.
Yeah.
Kind of reminds me of my dad's family.
Uh-huh.
There's this weird phenomenon where people are divorced. Like my mom never got involved in that because she moved us away. But every time I would go see my dad, like you would see, like, oh, these ones are divorced and these ones are divorced and these ones are divorced. But well, that doesn't matter right now because it's Christmas.
Yeah.
And everybody has to be over here with their new person.
a certain section of your family.
Yeah, I always just thought that was neat. I try to encourage that whenever I do a wedding because it reminds me of the story of Ruth. You know what I mean? Because Naomi's going back to Bethlehem and she might very well die. You know, so she tells her daughters-in-law, she says, "You guys go on. You're young. You can go over here. You can make all these things happen. You can have a good life." And one does right away, and the other one's like, "No, it's not going to happen. I'm with you now. Your people are my people. You know, your God's my God." And I don't know. It just reminds me of that scene. Families who are just, nah, we're together.
Yeah.
Like regardless what happens. If we're together and if we're rich and we're all eating steak, cool. If not, and it's hot dogs. And
it's
whatever.
so cool. Yeah, regardless.
Yeah, we're here.
Yeah, I think it's important to smell the flowers while they're there. You know what I mean? Because they're always there. We always have something in front of us to be grateful for, no matter what. And I think a lot of us miss that in life because we're sad because we don't have this. But man, you have AC, you have water, you have clean water, you have this and that. And I think it's important to remember the little things that are free to us: our health, or our eyesight, our hearing, the fact that we can walk. I know some people can't, but still, even they have something to be grateful for, and so. But it's hard to see that sometimes.
Yeah. Do you see that with your boys and all their cousins? Do you think like 30 years from now they're going to be hanging out and?
I hope so.
Yeah.
I think kids learn from example. And I hope that I'm providing a good example for them, and if I'm not, I still hope they learn from that. Because I like to think I am, anyways. But I think we can learn from failures more than anything. So if I'm doing something wrong that they're not going to learn from, or that might be wrong in their eyes, I hope still they learn from it,
Sure. Yeah.
later down the road. But yeah, I hope so. They get along very well now, so I hope that continues because they'll be cousins for life, or whatever. So yeah, I definitely see that.
Yeah, I think that's neat. Yeah, everybody goes to each other's games and whatever. Well, I guess most of the time they don't have a choice in going to games because you coach.
Yeah, because I coach every one of them. Yeah. Yeah, that's fun, man. It's really fun to coach some kids.
Have you always been involved in athletics?
I actually have. I played baseball my whole life. Played football majority of my life. And then I just got thrown into coaching because my nephew, my oldest nephew from my sister, Monica, Dayton, he was a real athletic kid. So, I was just out of high school and he started playing football. So I was coaching him when he was real young, teaching him how to catch the ball, teaching him how to throw the ball. So yeah, I've been a part of sports for a long time. And even now.
Yeah.
So
how many kids do you coach?
At once, like on a certain team, or
no? How many different teams are you?
So the season that just ended, I coached 2 different teams, and then we'll help out with another one here and there. But so over, in each team, there's probably a good 20 or like 10 kids, so 20 kids more or less, different ages.
I work with a guy, and he was they were going to have another baby, so he was talking about having to get over to the ball field, and I told him, I said, hey, if you ever need to, holler at me, because between all these kids, we're here basically every night, and we can pick them up. So I started telling him how many kids were over there, and then we were telling him, so, yeah, Nacho, he coaches all of them. And he's like, that's crazy. So I think he does it to get out of snacks.
Right, all the snacks at the end. Heck yeah. Yeah, it's definitely a perk of it,
That's what he says. He's like, I guess a genius.
Now I know. Now I know what to do to get the snacks without feeling guilty about it. But yeah, I think sports is important. I feel like it teaches a lot about life. It's pretty cool.
do you train or get involved in the other things like your boy who sings and does those competition? Is there like a coaching aspect to that? Do you get involved in that kind of thing, or you just kind of drive them to the practice?
My son that sings, Ignacio.
Yeah.
He sings. Well, he hasn't. I think last year he was doing singing lessons, and he actually was in a competition and in a, what is it called, like competition of singing. He had to go up there and sing a solo song of his choice, and yeah, I don't know too much about singing, but he plays the violin, so I'm involved with that because I play the violin too. So I help him out a lot with that, and he does really well there. But no, I think Kim helps him out a lot with that as far as singing, because she could sing pretty well.
Oh yeah, I didn't know that.
Kim, because she sings.
Yeah.
Kim sings pretty good, and she'll be there on YouTube with him, trying to coach him on how to do certain notes and things like that.
That's cool. Yeah, I didn't know. Well, I mean, I would assume that a lot of it's the same to get ready for that type of competition as it would be for a sporting event.
Oh yeah.
You have to be disciplined.
Mm-hmm.
You can't go there all sugared up or whatever.
Yeah.
Any of the stuff that'll mess you up in one will probably mess you up in the other.
Yeah.
How long did you play a violin, or do you still?
I don't really play it too much now, but I played. I think we started in 4th grade all the way to my senior year.
Yeah.
I think I was the only one from my elementary class to play throughout high school.
Yeah.
It might have been one other kid, but I played the violin. I was in football. So I'll never forget my first day of high school. I took my violin with me, and I had my football jersey on because we had a game that day, the first day of school. And it was just funny because people want to make fun of me, but they're just like, "Oh, you do this and you're a football player?" Just kind of something that kids would say to me. But it was fun. I enjoyed it. Yeah.
Was there a time in your life you thought you might pursue music, or was it always just kind of?
No, it was just for fun.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever wanted to like do music for a living. I remember writing like a personal statement. I think we had to do it for my freshman year, like what we wanted to do with our life. And I think I still have it on my phone somewhere as a picture. But a lot of it was real estate. From ninth grade, that's where I knew at that point I decided that's what I wanted to do was real estate. So I never really thought about music. It was for fun, and it was fun, so I enjoyed it.
Did you just kind of treat it like a break from the other things you were doing?
Yeah, it's really enjoyable. Like, it's just a hobby, if anything, the music part of it. Yeah, it's super fun to play the violin. I like to sing. I like to think I'm good, but in the car alone, or with the kids sometime, or in the shower or whatever.
Or at church.
Yeah.
Kind of
Or at church,
there, right?
yeah. I like to think I'm really good at singing, but I never.
Dude.
Who knows? I don't even want to record myself because I don't want to disappoint myself on how bad I probably really am.
Yeah, your son's good.
Yeah, he does pretty good.
What is his group or whatever? Is he on a team?
So it's not really a team. It's just like I guess I would say like a coach. I think it's called Frontline. It's a Christian-based coach. I think I want to say it's called Frontline. I'll get that name for you, and they do everything from music to instruments to basically everything you think of. I even think they do violin lessons there too, guitar lessons,
Nice.
Wind instruments, string instruments. So it's pretty cool there.
Did you ever try to involve or ever look into a program that they used to have? It was called I'm gonna mess that up. It was called CAPS.
CAPS?
Did you ever hear of that? It was it was a theater-based thing, but they had more than theater. They had speaking, they had acting, they had regular arts and craft. The CAPS stood for Kids Arts.
Was it like a school thing or like?
No, it was the Roswell Little Theater. It was some of those people. It was a program.
One time somebody asked me if I wanted to be a part of that, or part of a like a play or something. Some lady I used to work at a psychiatric office, and she's like, "You'd be so good at this. You should try out. You should come." And she would always beg me to go, and I would never go. But if I had to assume, it's probably the same thing you're talking about.
Yeah, probably.
It was probably like is it still around now or no?
You know what? I haven't been involved with those people. They're still my friends, and in fact, one of them, or a couple of them, have done a podcast with me. But I used to be very involved in the theater, and I knew some board members on that. But
I found it interesting. I just never went.
Yeah.
But yeah, she would always ask me to go, and I never went. But that was probably like 10 years ago.
I think it's a neat thing for kids because they can learn how to express themselves, and it will also build up confidence.
Yeah.
You can build up confidence in front of 20 people.
Yeah, or something. More. I bet you there's more people that go to those things, if I had to guess. Yeah, it's definitely a cool thing to do that kind of stuff. I think it would be cool for anybody to try it out.
Yeah, I was involved pretty heavy with the theater, like right up until the twins.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. So did you perform too? Did you act and stuff? Really? I think I remember that. I think I remember because it was while I was with Kim, right?
Yeah, it was right up until the twins were born.
Twins were born? Oh, yeah. Then, I remember talking about, Josh is at the little theater doing his thing.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Oh,
I thought about that because your son, I remember one time you guys had put up a video and he was part of that the talent show or whatever.
Yeah, that's what it's called. Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was at that little theater. It was cool. That was really cool. And they did it again. They asked him to do it again, but it was too soon of a notice. He wasn't. Mm-hmm. His voice is changing right now, so it's kind of weird. He kind of has to get a hold of that first, I feel like. But I think he'll still do it. Yeah.
Is that pretty neat to watch?
It's
watch
really
him
cool.
Having two similar interests to what you had with the sports.
Yeah, for sure. It's pretty cool. And then his little brother is also interested now too, and he wants to do orchestra too. And I don't know if he wants to sing, but I know he wants to do the orchestra thing now.
What does he intend to play?
Play the violin too.
Violin.
Mm-hmm.
Just keep it
keep it a thing. Yeah, might as well. Yeah. Mariachi band.
Yeah. At least you know a guy who can string it or whatever. Yeah, if something breaks.
Right.
Yeah, or you remember the notes, or you remember some hardships that come with it, or whatever. So you say that Kim kind of got you involved in going to this church here. When and that happens, right? People will go because a friend invites them, or in your case, a girlfriend invites you, or whatever. But at what moment do you feel like you made the switch? Like, when did that church become real to you?
I feel like the moment that she didn't have to, if she'll ask me or she'll tell me, when it's just expected. I feel like when it's just expected to go and I don't have to think twice about it. I think that was the moment that I decided, hey, this is not just for fun or just to go. It's because I need it. It's because it's part of us, and we need it. I think at that moment, which I don't know when it was probably, a couple times after the first time, but I think, just going and molding your mind, toward the Word of God is good, and I felt that, and that's when I, knew that that I needed it.
Did you answer an altar call at that church, or has that not happened yet?
We did. I
Nice.
think me and Kim went together.
Yeah.
Probably the first couple times we went, honestly. Yeah,
that's cool.
He hasn't done it in a while, but he will do it here and there. Our pastor. So
I came to Jesus in that church with that same pastor.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he was, and I was, I wasn't there to being nice or whatever. I was kind of there to shut somebody up because I kept getting pressure to go and pressure to go, and then just listening to that guy talk one night, he was telling my story, and then oh man.
I think that happens to a lot of people.
Yeah,
I think it happens to a lot of people.
Yeah, God uses that guy to shake you.
And I want to be that guy for somebody else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's why I ask my family all the time, hey, the door's open, let's go. I'll bribe them a little bit, but, I think it's worth it.
Yeah. Well, especially in a place like that, they have something going on almost every day.
Yeah.
If you wanted to.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good job. I wound up making friends at other places or whatever, so I didn't end up staying there. But yeah, that's a good place. Do the twins like it over there?
They're usually with you guys. So they haven't experienced it too much, but they like it. I mean, they go to the kids section. They love it. They love it. Yeah, they're pretty. And we ask them what they learned, and they always tell us one little thing they learned, but it's something, And going back to like me and catechism, like I went for my friends. I didn't go for God. I went because my mom and dad told me I had to go. But I think that led to where I'm at now. I feel like because, like I said, subconsciously it makes you remember that God should be important in your life, all the time. And I hope we're doing that with the twins, taking them to church, and I know you guys are. So
we try and do that, and then we try to make sure before we eat. I'll try to change it up, like which one of them will lead the prayer, or before bed. I'll try to switch it up.
Yeah,
because as I mean, we're not their dads, but we are their father figures. That's our job biblically is to be the spiritual leader of our family. So I think it's very important. Like it's great for Rihanna, and it gets her in the habit of prayer and stuff like that. But for Raiden, one of these days, it's going to be his job to be the spiritual leader of a family.
Yeah.
So he needs to get that stuff up. Do they go to church there, or do they go somewhere with their mom? Or?
They go to church there.
Oh, okay.
They go to church there, and they go with their mom too, and she goes to St. Peter's. But like I said, whether Catholic, Christian, whatever it is, I feel like the Word of God is the most important thing, and they enjoy both. So, but they like it, especially when we do when we sing and stuff at the beginning of church. They love it because they'll the words are up at the top, and we can sing along and stuff. So they're happy with it, and they sit with us. There's a kids like a younger section, but they always want to come with us. Inside the church. So
they don't get into, I can't remember what it's called over there. The
180. Yeah. No, they haven't been there once.
Oh yeah.
They just want to be with us. So, okay.
Yeah, that's
fine.
That's cool.
Yeah, as long as they're there.
Yeah, as long as you're there and learning, and then with that guy preaching, you're learning. You're learning a lot every time that guy opens his mouth.
Yeah.
Those guys are really big at the prison as well.
Really?
They go over there.
They're involved a lot.
They have volunteers.
Wow.
In fact, today, one of the volunteers came and brought us iced tea.
Wow.
To all the staff. They're good people.
Yeah.
And he's the guy who brought the tea. He's done one of these before too. Just talking about prison ministry and different things. And the pastor had told me one time, because he's really good to the officers, and then every year they do that deal where they feed first responders.
Oh yeah. They just did that recently, I think.
Yeah. He had told me that one time that they were doing prison ministry, and he said he walked in and the COs weren't very friendly towards him, and he says, and one of them asked him something like, well, why you do all this stuff for these guys and then nothing for us? And he says that it clicked at that moment, and he said, never again. And he's just as good to the staff as they are. Yeah, that's a good group. I'm glad y'all go there. That's a good spot, a good place for all the kids to learn.
Yeah, it's close to home, and my sister went there too, so she enjoyed it. And now I can't get her back in the door. I don't know what it is, but she won't go back.
Which sister?
Monica.
Oh yeah.
And I just learned that my sister Erica went. I have an older sister, and she went to Church on the Move recently too. And for her to go to church is like it's gonna, it never happens, is what I'm trying to say. And one of my aunts got her to go, I guess. So
that
was pretty cool. But yeah, it takes more than once to get someone to go. So
is that a dream for you, or a wish for you, that you would all go and take up a whole section?
I've tried to do that one time, and I think we got close to like taking all my family, but there's still quite a few missing. But yeah, that would be awesome. I would love that. That would be really cool.
Just have your own
section. Yep, that's all that's there. Pew. Yeah, for real. I have an uncle there too that he does he serves there. He's security there. So
okay.
Yeah, he's a big part of it too.
No, I know that we've talked about him before, but TJ, what is he to you? He's an uncle.
He is my kid's uncle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He's related to my boys, and he's family, and yeah, he's a cool dude.
His dad was security or something, right?
Was he?
For the
Oh yeah. Oh, you're talking about yeah. Yeah, I can't remember what exactly he did security for, but yeah, his dad was security.
I know for sure. Like when you die, he would drive the escort. Or whatever,
Okay.
and then he would be the one who would stand it. When they turn into
Mm-hmm.
the cemetery over there.
Oh, he would be like
Yeah.
the traffic
Yeah.
controller. Oh, I didn't know that.
I mean, that was 20 years ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a long time.
When I ran around with TJ and them. So back to the real estate for a second. How do you feel your faith plays in to that with what you're doing when you're dealing with a customer or when you're helping somebody find a home? Or...
How does it play into it? I feel like things happen for a reason, and people come in contact with me, not by chance,
Mhm.
and I've helped out a lot of people, and a lot of people have helped out me, and it's just it's crazy how things happen. Like people will randomly say, "Hey, there's a house for sale," and I'll end up buying it, and I'll end up making it a nice place to live for a good family, and
Mhm.
I think it's just like a way that God works, in finding a good place to live, because everyone needs a good place to live, and it's definitely a cool thing to do for somebody,
Yeah.
a family. Just the other day, we had a good friend of mine that bought a house for me, and he was excited, and every time I'm flipping a house, I think of like, man, what family's gonna live in here? What family am I gonna help bless to live in this property? Because I'm doing a house right now, and I keep thinking about it, like, man, who's gonna buy this house, and how's it gonna affect their life?
Mhm.
So I go in with that intention of helping somebody buy a home that they can call theirs. So.
Does that go into decisions on what color to paint things, or whether or not you're going to do carpet, thinking about kids and that kind of
Yeah.
thing?
Oh, yeah. Like a lot of my houses, because I know Roswell has a lot of big families and small families, but like a lot of the houses that I sell are to first-time home buyers.
Mhm.
And so I think about that a lot. Like, okay, there's a kid, so most likely I'm gonna have to put a bathtub, so I could take a bath, and the most smaller kids take baths. Safety is a big thing for me,
Mhm.
electrical, plumbing, trip hazards, things like that come into play too. Definitely goes into a lot of my planning and thinking. Not so much colors, just because I'm pretty bland on colors. I just kind of go with the trend, I guess,
Mhm.
more than anything. But it'll be nice to know, like, hey, if we have a boy, can you paint the room red, or
Right. Yeah.
a girl
Or
can paint the room pink? And I've done little things like that for people before, but it just depends what phase of the project I'm in to be able to know ahead of time to do that for somebody.
Right. And if I'm sure you have, but have you run into a moment to where when the family walks in there, like, and they know, and everybody just knows that they're going to be there
Oh yeah.
forever?
Honestly, most of my houses that I've sold, the first person to walk in that house is most of the time, I'll say about 80% of the time, the person who buys it.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, because that's what I want to do. I want to present that wow factor to a lot of families, and like,
Mhm.
it doesn't always happen, but
Sure.
a lot of times it happens where they're ready to buy, they like the house, they like the neighborhood, and they make an offer.
Mhm.
So, but yeah, I like to make little things here and there where the wife or the husband or whoever they can't say no. They have to, like, oh yeah, we have to buy this house. It's too good to pass up. And that's what I'm doing with this house. And there's a lot of little things that I do to add that value to the property to be able to say have someone say yes, you know. So
What's your vision like when you go to a property that you're going to buy and you see a house? Maybe it's older, maybe it's not, whatever the case is. When you're looking at this place, are you looking at the work? Are you looking at the finished product? Like, what's happening in your head when you buy?
I think a lot of it is numbers, obviously,
Mhm.
first to make sure the numbers work. If the numbers work, then from there, then I'll start visualizing things.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, a lot of it has to do with numbers, like I said, because if the numbers don't work, then I can't add, this, I can't add that, I can't remove
Right.
this. So, but yeah, I mean, I think about it. As bad as they can be and as ugly as they can look, always have vision, and I think that's what something that God gave us was vision,
Mhm.
regardless of the circumstance. We always have
Right.
vision and faith to look at things, even if it looks ugly, even if it looks broken or
Mhm.
unfixable. Like there's always something we could do to make it better. I feel like
And what's your process for finding one of these places?
a lot of times it's word of mouth,
Mhm.
and nowadays it's word of mouth more now because a lot of people know I do this.
Mhm.
So, but before and even now, I still do it. But like I'll do research. There's different systems and processes that I use to find properties
Mhm.
um, to buy. Um, but driving, I bought more than one house just driving around town. And one time, one of the houses I still own today, even the first house I bought, but one house some guy was doing his yard or doing a yard. It
Mhm.
wasn't his house; it was his wife's house. But uh, she was selling it for her dad. Anyways, I was like, hey, I wrote it on my window. I was actually with T-Lock,
Mhm.
and I think it was because of her I turned down that block, honestly, because
Yeah.
I picked her up from work or something. I can't remember. And I was like, hey, sir, are you selling that house? And he's like, yeah, matter of fact, we are. Let me give you my wife's number. It's her dad's house. So, yeah, driving, knocking on doors, posting on Facebook, things
Mhm.
like that. Cold calling people. That's how I found a lot of the houses. Or yeah, I bought off the MLS too,
Uh-huh.
from brokers and realtors and stuff, but mainly driving around and word of mouth. A lot
Yeah.
of it is like that. So
You prefer buying that way versus the
it's
MLS,
always
just meeting with the people.
it's always funner to do it that way
Yeah.
and cheaper
Yeah.
sometimes. Yeah, it's pretty cool either way though. But yeah, I like that. I like whenever I find a house, just because again, going back to faith, like having faith that God is going to put a deal,
Mhm.
you know, for me in the at the right time. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? So I feel like every time I'm finished with a house, I always find one right away.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And how would somebody get a hold of you? Let's say if they were wanting to sell a house or if they were wanting to buy a house. How do people reach
Yeah,
you?
they can reach me on my Facebook or my phone number. I can leave it on this podcast, or I can say it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Either
it's
way. Yeah.
my phone number is 575-999-1148, or my Facebook Ignacio Villalobos, and yeah, they can reach out to me there. So I mean, that'd be the best way, or through you.
Yeah.
If they know you
Yeah.
personally or whatever, they can reach out to you.
Nice. Well, Nacho, I ask everybody who comes on here, what is your favorite spiritual or religious song or hymn?
Man, there's so many good songs.
Uh-huh.
One song that comes to mind that me and my boys like is called "Gratitude" by Brandon Lake.
Okay. Yeah.
Really good song. Kind of has the lows and the highs, and it always gives me the chills
Mm-hmm.
listening to it because it's just one of those songs that it's hard to not listen to and feel a certain
Yeah.
type of way about it.
Yeah. And are you a Spotify guy or do you have to wait for that to come on the radio?
No, I'm a YouTube music
Oh,
guy.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really do Spotify, but I know.
So you can get to that song though.
Oh yeah, I can get
Anytime
to
you
that
want.
song. But I do remember Pandora.
Mhm.
Pandora back in the day. I'm sure people still use it, but yeah, you had to wait. You had to
Mhm.
okay, you had the ads, and then you had, you can't just look up a song. You have to
Sure.
just listen to everything that's playing in our head, like kind of like the radio.
Yeah, especially if you do the what you call it, the free one. I remember Spotify before I said forget this, something's going to pay for it. It would let you skip. I don't even remember what it was.
Yeah, you would be able to skip like a couple songs. Yeah. It's like dang amount of skips.
Yeah, it would just leave you on trash.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, these guys. All right.
I remember that. It was the same thing with Pandora too. I forgot about that. But yeah, you can skip the songs.
YouTube's just kind of you can do whatever you want on there, right?
Dude, I love it. Yeah. I love YouTube. I pay for the non-ad videos too because I watch so much YouTube. Mm-hmm. And then the music too is great. So. And
how about a verse? Do you have a particular Bible verse that you like, or life verse, or even a story from the Bible you care about? That speaks to you? Can't think of a story. I know there's so many stories in the Bible, but one verse that I have here on my desk is it's Philippians 4:6. It says to pray first and don't worry about anything. Instead, pray about everything and tell God what you need and thank Him for all He has done. So, I think anybody that's going through a hard time and maybe overthinking things about life or anything, even what to cook for dinner or anything, just pray about it. I think that's important. Mm-hmm. God will answer, Yeah. So, but story in the Bible, geez, I can't think of one. There's a lot. Yeah. Right. Well, Nacho, unless there's something you would like to add or something you would like to talk about, I'll get out of your hair and you can go and show your house. Yeah, I have one to show right now. So, yeah. But yeah, man, I appreciate it, Josh. I appreciate you. And anytime you want to come on here, anytime you have something you want to talk about, whatever. Yeah, cool. Yeah, of course. And maybe I could help you find somebody else to interview too. I know you want to. Yeah, that'd be great. I'm sure I could find somebody for you, honestly. Yeah, that'd be a lot of fun. I'd have a good time. And then, I'm mobile. I can go wherever. They can go there. Yeah, this was it doesn't easy. You just need one outlet and you're good to go, pretty much. And honestly, I probably didn't even need that. I just get paranoid. Oh, if your computer dies? Yeah. If that bar isn't all the way up, I live in It is scary because then you don't know if everything's going to go, going to leave you. Well, would you end our time together in a word of prayer? Sure, man. Yeah, of course. Not the best at it, but I'll give it a shot. Dear Lord, just want to sit here and give thanks to Josh and this life that we have. We know it's quick, but you also give us a long time. So just want to give grace and thank you for everything that you do. And thank you. Amen. Amen. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Yes, sir. Hey, Josh again. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you did enjoy it, if you're enjoying this podcast, please give us a like or a follow on Spotify or wherever it is that you get your podcast. And if you're really enjoying it, leave us a positive review. It'll help other people find it in the algorithm. Anyway, have a blessed day.